Good afternoon, Barrett ASU online students in the History of Ideas seminar for this fall. I am Dr. Lisa Fellers-Watrous, and I am delighted to be sharing the classroom with you this semester. I have been teaching in Barrett the Honors College since 2014, mostly at the West Campus. However, I am this semester taking part, as you are, in this very first cohort of ASU Barrett Online, and I am so excited about this possibility and you joining me this semester. So what I'm doing, this is a welcome video where I welcome you to the class and sort of introduce you to the sections of our Canvas site that will be really important to you. It also should give you a sense of how each of our class periods will go as we move through the semester. So this is going to be a quick sort of play-by-play of our Canvas site, as well as the things required of you in the coming weeks. Just so that you know, if you are unaware, the history of ideas in our class, we seek to develop an understanding of some of the foundational texts of world literature, religion, philosophy, and politics. We seek to understand them within their original historical and cultural context in relation to earlier and later developments in world history, and in terms of how they might continue to speak to us today as we fashion the beliefs and practices that create our individual lives. Very specifically, this semester, we will begin exploring these texts to see what they can share with us about love in all its varied beauty. And I mentioned this theme to those of you who joined the orientation session last Saturday. We're going to look at the idea of love and what it means to be human through the lens of loving specifically people who aren't necessarily like us. That's the plan for the semester. All of our course documents are available to you in our course Canvas site. So at this time, I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see what it is that is required of you, where you can find your materials, and what to do with that information. All right. So when you enter our course Canvas site, you will immediately be welcomed to the welcome page. And here you will, there's a video, this is the video that you can watch concerning our course. It's a little bit about me, a link to my Zoom room if you want to meet for my office hours. You'll note here that my office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and other times by appointment. And I am available many hours during the day, though I teach a lot of classes. So if you shoot me an email and you say, hey, your office hours don't quite work for me, can we work something out? I promise I will be able to work that out for you. In the first 2 weeks of class, the very first assignments that are required of you that are point-bearing assignments are a meet and greet with me. I'm requiring all students to meet with me for 10 minutes at the beginning of the semester in the first 2 weeks. There's a sign-up sheet for that. There's a link to that on our Canvas site. You can sign up for a time that is workable within your schedule. We'll meet for 10 minutes. It's a very informal meeting, but just to get a sense of where you're at, what you hope to get out of the class, and how I can help you. That is a point-bearing assignment. And additionally, there is an interactive syllabus that requires you to read the syllabus and answer a few questions about it. Let me go ahead and I'm going to change up the tab on my browser here, and you'll see the interactive syllabus is basically a Google form that asks questions about the syllabus after you have read it. So you'll just work your way through it. It should take you about 10 to 15 minutes to complete it. And at the end, you should have a sense of what's required of you, the points that are associated with many of the assignments, how to get an A in participation, as well as the writing assignments. And it should be pretty useful for you. Again, completing this interactive syllabus is a point-bearing assignment. I wanted to draw your attention to that. All right, from this welcome page, there are, as you will see, other links that are of great value to you. One, you can find the modules link here that will take you to the course requirements for each of the modules of our semester. And the modules are actually broken up based on the weeks of the semester calendar. So module 1 is associated with week 1, and module 2 is associated with week 2, and so on. And when you go to the modules page, which if you've been in ASU online for a while, you should be very familiar with the modules page. You see that the modules that are available to you, and when you click into the module, it then brings you to the assignments that are required for that particular week. Now, in module 1, you'll notice once you click into module 1, it opens up the page where you learn what it is that you're required to do. So for week 1, though we don't meet in person this week, you are required to review the course schedule, complete the interactive syllabus, and sign up for the student instructor meet and greet. Those things are due in this first week of classes, and they are noted as module 1. The next module, module 2, is connected with the second week of the semester, and there will be a video for you to watch concerning the materials, as well as a reading that you will complete. This reading is not one of our textbooks. It is a PDF, and there's a link right here in Canvas for you. You will complete the reading questions associated with this required reading, and you will submit student questions and passages from that particular assignment. So let me just walk you through what this might look like in the course of a typical week. You'll watch the video. It'll take less than 5 minutes. You'll then go to the reading, Paul Tillich's Lost Dimension in Religion, and I believe I have that up, so let me show you the length of that. Alas, I do not. Let me just go ahead and click on it here. Make sure the link works anyways. Once you click on that link, it takes you to the document, and you can read Paul Tillich's Lost Dimension in Religion. It's 5 pages long. It is not difficult as far as the length of time it's going to take you to read it. It's a pretty simple read, but it's an incredibly profound reading where Paul Tillich, who is a philosopher and a theologian, asks us to think about the ways that we read and how we might read texts beyond the plot, or just a little bit better. So you'll read this, it's called The Lost Dimension in Religion. You'll read it in its entirety, all of this before we meet in class on Tuesday, the 24th. And then after you've read it, you will then complete the reading questions. Now, I have not uploaded the reading questions for Tillich, so I'm going to show you what reading questions for another reading this semester might look like. You will navigate to reading questions that will have the name of the author as well as the text, and then you will choose to answer 3 to 5 of the reading questions that are provided for you here. Now, I would suggest, and you're not actually going to be submitting these responses to me. I'm asking you to complete these on your own. They will aid you as you prepare for the writing assignments of the semester. So I would encourage you to read through all the questions and answer them to the best of your ability, but come prepared to really talk about 3 to 5 of your favorite questions on the reading questions list. So we will address all of them. However, you do not need to turn these in. These are questions for you, and they aid in our discussion. So that's the second part of the required work for module 2, which is week 2. You'll read the thing, you will read the text, you will answer the questions, and then you will submit passages and questions of your own. And those questions look like this. It is another Google form where you answer 3 questions. 1, what are 2 questions that came up for you as you read the assigned text? 2, enter the page number and first few sentences of 2 passages in the assigned text that struck you while you were reading it. And 3, enter your name and section number of History of Ideas. Every single week, you will be required to do these 3 things. Read a text, answer some questions, and bring some questions and passages. These are the 3 things that will be required of you every single class period. All of the links they should be set up and available to you to get this work done as quickly as you can. Again, all of the work for each of the modules must be done prior to our class meeting on the Tuesday of of the week that we meet, of that module. Now, I will tell you that I'm going to add assignments into our Canvas site. They're not there yet, but they will be there. And they should help you get a visual picture of what the semester calendar looks like, so that you know that during module 2, this is the particular thing that is required of you and when it is due, because it's a little bit different than an asynchronous online course because we're meeting every Tuesday, which is really wonderful. I'd like to direct you then in the spirit of a visual image of what it is that the semester looks like. What we have, in addition to the modules, I have a printable course schedule that you can take a look at. And let me just go ahead to the home page where there is a link to that. You can print it, you can look at it, you can do what you will with it. But if you're a planner kind of person and you like to write the dates ahead, this schedule should be pretty helpful to you. Once you click on the course schedule, it brings you to a document, and you'll see here the dates associated with the modules. And it might very well be helpful to you to know when each of the readings is due. The only exception to the assignments being due before class is the essays, the 3 essays that are required of you. And those essays are actually due the Sunday night before the following week. So you'll notice down here, essay 1 is due during module 8, but it's not due until October 10th, which is Sunday before module 9 begins. So that's the only exception really to the everything due before Tuesday rule. And I'm happy to answer any questions related to the schedule that you have. Okay, let me just go ahead and bring us back to the home page. If you'd like a printable version of the course syllabus, that is also available to you. So in addition to the interactive syllabus that you will be required to complete, there's a printable version right here from our homepage that you can print and have at your beck and call. It's really exciting reading, as most syllabi are. It's a real page turner. So you can print it out if you'd like, or save it in another place on your computer. Okay. Finally, the sign-up sheet for your those semester meet and greets is located in Canvas. The link is there. You just follow that link. You can, and it takes you to a document that is editable, and you can place your name next to the time that is convenient for you to meet. And again, if you find these are all in Arizona time, and if you find that none of the times work with your schedule, just shoot me an email, and I will definitely be able to find a time to have this 10-minute informal meet and greet with you before the semester begins. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Again, my office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 2. My name is Lisa Fellers-Watrous, and I am glad to receive correspondence from you, questions, concerns. You can email me at lisa.watrous@asu.edu. You can pop into my Zoom room office hours. The link is located on the homepage. Or you can also email me in Canvas. Send a message to me in Canvas. I get that as well. Usually takes me about 24 hours to respond. I do my best to respond as quickly as I can. And once again, I am delighted to share this semester with you, and I am really looking forward to the History of Ideas this semester. Thanks. Have a great day.